Fantasy. I would say I'm a pretty big fan of this genre. Some would say too much of a fan. But there's just one universe that I never got into. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter. As I never read any of the books, nor watched any of the movies. Though I think I might have found a solution to my problem. In today's video, I'll be going for Hogwarts Legacy's Platinum Trophy. As it has a total of 46 trophies, and I will have to do all sorts of things such as survive a troll attack, discover every single pensive memory, collect a total of 603 different collectibles, and defeat Ranrock. So enough being said, let's go ahead and achieve this platinum trophy. We start off the game preparing ourselves to make our way towards Hogwarts. Though while on the trip, we get handed some strange container that has a weird glowing symbol keeping inside a strange key.
Beard, how did you wait? We did.
Bro, the game just started. How are we already getting attacked by a dragon? Like, what the fuck is this, Skyrim?
You're finally awake.
Luckily enough, with the help from Professor Fig, we managed to escape from the dragon. Though we ended up somewhere in the Highlands as we need to figure out a way to get towards Hogwarts. So as we learn the basic controls, I managed to find that glowing symbol again, the same symbol that was on that container, as it magically took us to a bank ran by goblins. And once we show the goblin the key we have, he takes us straight towards a special vault. And while looking for more traces of the glowing magic, we ended up in our first combat encounter. Oh, hit me. You fucking missed! Switch him down. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, that's what oh, fuck, you didn't even give me a warning that time. Though once we finish up dealing with these statues, we eventually find some type of portal that takes us into a strange room, where we find a pensive that we can use to see the memories of the keepers of ancient magic, as they use ancient magic to build this very room that we're in. But before we can learn anything else, the ugly, chopped, disgusting creature Ranrook appears.
What?
We try to fend him off, but then a Elden Ring boss appears, so we quickly have to make our way out of there. But luckily enough, we ended up somewhere that was close to Hogwarts, so we can finally make our way towards the school. Once we get there, it was time for the sorting hat ceremony, as we are, well, extremely late. And it was time to figure out what class will I be sorted to, as I have no idea what any of these classes are.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
Can't wait to start class, can't wait to explore. Yeah, I don't care about classes.
I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
Daring, curiosity, loyalty, ambition. Honestly, I'm pretty curious because I have no idea what's going on. Never watched a Harry Potter movie in my life or read any book, so I'm pretty curious of what the hell's going on. I ended up being a Ravenclaw. And leave a comment on what house you think you belong in. And while you're at it, you might as well like and subscribe, as that will greatly help out the channel. Anyways, finishing that up gets me the trophy, the Sword Who Makes an Entrance, after completing the introduction and finishing the sorting hat ceremony. We then get introduced to Professor Weasley as she takes us to our common room, where we go ahead and start our first day of school. We start off by meeting some of our housemates that I'm going to forget because they are forgettable. We then meet back up with Professor Weasley as she gives me the bane of my fucking existence, our field guide. As this book is supposed to keep track of what we are learning, but it really keeps track of all the collectibles I have to collect, as there are a total of 603 different collectibles I have to pick up. Yay, gotta love a collectathon. After the very mini tour we have with Professor Weasley, we then make our way towards our first class, where we have to learn how to defend ourselves against magic, as we learn the spell Leviosa, as this spell can break through yellow shields and make enemies float. We then prepare ourselves to duel against another student, and I immediately threw him off the map. After that, we went ahead and talked to him as we figure out his name is Sebastian, and he is one of our friends that we'll need to do a special side quest for later in order to get a certain trophy. And once we finish up with that class, we then got the trophy First Class Student. Our next class, we are learning Summoning Charms, as we learn the spell Accio, which pulls things towards us. To get some more practice with this spell, we play a game of Summoner's Court, where we go ahead and play against another one of our friends named Nasai, or Natty. And while playing this little mini game, I definitely was struggling a bit. What, you telling me I can knock her shit off? Get that shit out of here. I just helped her. I actually just helped her. Oh my god. After Charms class, we meet back up with Natty as it was now time to make our way towards Hogsmeade. And honestly, I feel like this journey was way longer than it needed to be. But once we eventually get there, it was time to introduce ourselves to some of the shopkeepers. As I first made my way towards Ollivander's to get my own custom wand. This shit look nasty. What the hell is this? What, the gate thinks I want this bullshit? Oh hell no. We need 12 inches hard. Perfect. We then make our way towards a potion shop to buy recipes for potions, a conjuring shop to conjure up different types of workstations, and a seed shop when we prepare to grow some plants. Once we finish up with that, out of nowhere, a bunch of trolls starts to come and attack Hogsmeade. So we prepare ourselves to fight one of them. Alright, buddy. Run the fay. Let's go. I've been waiting for this. Put them down. Oh my god. Asian magic, bro. What?
What was that?
Bitch. Bitch.
Look, he's buttering.
Damn. Shoot him down, twin. Oh, bitch. Oh my god, I just killed somebody. And once we take out the troll, we then get the trophy, Troll with the Punches. Once we make our way back to Hogwarts, we meet up with Professor Fig. He found a map of Hogwarts with some ancient magic on it that leads towards the library. Though once we try to make our way to the library, the headmaster, Professor Black, comes in and has Professor Fig come to his office. So we went to the library with Sebastian instead, as he teaches us the spell Disillusionment. And this turns us somewhat invisible, as if we get too close to people, we can still get caught. So once we snuck inside the library, we make our way deeper inside to see where the ancient magic leads us. And it leads us inside of an antechamber, wherever the hell that is. And I had to fight a few more of these guard statues, but using my ancient magic on them gives me the trophy A Keen Sense of Spell after using ancient magic for the first time. Once I took out the rest of them, I managed to make my way towards the end of the antechamber. We found a book that lets us see more of the Keeper's memories, as we see the Keepers using their ancient magic to rejuvenate a town. Also in the memories, we get introduced to a Hogwarts student named Isadora, as she also hones the power of ancient magic. Once we get back from the library, we show Professor Fig the book that we found, but he'll need some time to do some research on it. So we go ahead and attend our herbology class, where we learn the different type of plants we can use in combat, such as mandrakes. Oh, what the fuck is that? Chinese chomping cabbage and venomous tentacula. And we then attend potion making class to learn how to make healing potions and all other sorts of potions. Also, one of the students there asked me if I can get them a flipper feather for a special potion that they are crafting. And I thought, the good Samaritan I am, I would help him out. Little did I know he almost killed us all.
Get it! Not again.
Wasn't expecting that literally to blow up in my face. It was rather brilliant, though.
No, it
I
wasn't.
better clean up. You should finish brewing your potion if you haven't already.
You fucking suck. Afterwards, we make our way outside of Hogwarts to help out a stranger that is getting attacked by some Ashwinders. And once we take care of them, she introduces us to our first Merlin trial. Merlin trials are basically little mini games where we have to figure out a puzzle and solve it. Like this one, for example, where I had to light up these pots at the exact same time in order to complete the trial. And there are a total of 95 different Merlin trials that I have to complete in order to get this trophy. Moving on, we make our way towards the Owlery, as that book we found earlier is actually missing some pages. So we go ahead and do a little puzzle that takes us to the ghost of Richard Jackdaw. And he says he had the pages on him before he was beheaded inside of a cave that is hidden in the Forbidden Forest. So we make our way inside of the cave, and we just had to do some simple puzzles and take out some spiders until we fully fix the bridge and make our way across to find Jackdaw's body, where we can find the missing pages. But we managed to find some more traces of ancient magic that leads us into a special place called the Map Chamber, where we can speak to one of the keepers, Professor Rackham. Though we can't do nothing right now because Professor Fig has the book we need in order to continue. But finishing that up gives me the trophy, the Wise Owl, after finding the Map Chamber as a Ravenclaw. And I'll need to get here as every single house in order to get these other trophies. After that, I now have access to talents, where I can go ahead and upgrade my skills and spells. And after spending 5 talents points, I then got the trophy, a talent for spending. So to kill some time until Professor Fig comes back with the book, we go ahead and attend flight class so that we can learn how to fly a broomstick. We then meet up with Professor Weasley as she introduces us to the Room of Requirements. Though we have to make our way through all this junk until we find a house elf named Deke, as Deke helps us transform the room into what we want it to be. And we now have our own room where we can do whatever we want to it. Now that Professor Fig is back with the book, we go ahead and place the book on a pedestal, and this reveals a whole map of the Highlands. We go ahead and talk to Professor Rackham as he tells us that we need to complete 4 trials in order to access the secrets of the ancient magic. Though we'll have to move fast as Ramrock is also trying to gain access to the secrets of ancient magic, as he'll potentially use this magic to start a war of goblin kind against wizard kind. So once we make our way towards the first trial, we found the entrance and made our way inside. During the trial, we had to fight our way through waves of enemies and solve some simple puzzles. Once we finish up with the trial, we get to see Professor Rackham's memories, as we can see Isadora learning how to use ancient magic, but she wants to use that magic to heal her father from the pain of losing his son. But Professor Rackham says that it's best to use the ancient magic for something that's in the physical world and not to mess with people's emotions with it. We also see some time pass where Isadora has now become a professor at Hogwarts. Once we make our way back to the map chambers, we then get introduced to Professor Rookwood, and finishing that up gives me the trophy, that's a keeper, after meeting Charles Rookwood in the map chamber. Now while we wait for the next trial, we make our way towards Beast class to learn how to tame Beast, as we learn how to brush and feed this Puffleskin with the help from another one of our friends, Poppy. We also got to take care of a hippogriff named Highwing, which we'll get to see later on. We then talked to a friendly goblin named Lodgok to see if we can get some information on the goblins, as him and Ramrock used to work together until they had a falling out. But for him to trust us more, we have to make our way inside of a wish tomb to find a goblin's helmet. Though once we try to retrieve the helmet, we see a dead Ashwinder, as the rest of the Ashwinders that were here must have took the helmet. So I managed to find their camp and snuck my way inside, grabbing the helmet. And luckily enough, there was a troll there to take out all of the Ashwinders for me.
Don't worry, I got you, twin.
Now that we earned his trust, we can get some more information about the goblins out of him later on. Moving on, I had to help out Sebastian in his family drama, though we did manage to find Isadora's old house. As once we make our way towards the basement, we go through this mirror that takes us to the Undercroft, a little secret area inside of Hogwarts, as a triptych then appears right in front of us. Though once we open it up, we can see that some of the paintings are missing, though there is a note there that we can use to find the other paintings later on. I then went ahead and started up a bunch of side quests. One of them I had to help out this guy named Gladwin Moon look for his moon statues, as he gives us the spell to unlock doors, which we'll need in order to sneak inside and collect some more moon statues. And I'll need to collect a total of 36 moon statues in order to get this trophy right here. I spent some time helping out Natty free some hippogriffins, and then got some help from Deke to learn how to catch beasts with a knapsack. Then we can put them inside of our vivarium and gather materials from them to upgrade our gear. And upgrading one of my gear for the first time gives me the trophy Bloom for Improvement. And I started to ethically collect some moon calves, as these are the easiest beasts to grab, which means I can get a bunch of these guys and make a pretty good profit off of them. Ethically, of course. And I managed to collect enough to complete my first challenge, which gives me the trophy Challenge Accepted after completing all the tiers of a challenge. And now based basically need to complete every single challenge, and this is one of the best ways to gain XP in this game. Moving on, we can now make our way towards the second trial chamber inside of Rookwood Castle. Once we make our way inside though, we can see one of the containers holding the ancient magic is actually being corrupted by dark magic. So we go ahead and find the entrance to the second trial, and this is pretty much the same as the last one, so we don't have to waste time on it. After that, it was now time to see the memories of Professor Rookwood, as we see all of the keepers invited to Isadora's house, as she demonstrates herself using ancient magic to heal her father of his pain. And Professor Rackham becomes concerned about this magic as it's completely uncharted magic that hopefully won't have any side effects that comes along with it. Once we finish up with that trial, we get introduced to Professor Fitzgerald, as we'll need to do her next trial chamber. Moving on, while fighting a bunch of these dunk bogs, I actually managed to get in a 100 hit combo. In doing that, it gives me the trophy Raising Expectations. Also went back to the room of requirements and managed to get the trophy Put Down Roots after planting and growing every single type of plant. I also went ahead and helped out our friend Poppy rescue a freaking dragon. Actually, the same dragon that attacked us at the very beginning of the game. And once we finish that up, that gives me the trophy Defender of Dragons. Moving on, we meet back up with Lagat as he has us go inside of a goblin mine to see if we can find some of Ranrock's plans. We make our way inside the mines, taking out all of the goblins in our way, and we eventually found a page showing that Ranrock is planning on building enormous drills. Though Lagat tells us that there was another goblin named Bragbor who had possibly built another repository far bigger from the one that we found in Rookwood's castle, as he goes and gathers more information for us. It was now time for the next trial chamber, though this time it was inside of a magical book. Once we enter inside of the book, we have to go through a story where we fight against death. Too bad this section was kind of ass. I really like the art style of it being hand drawn and like sketched out, though this stealth section is just too scripted. Like, you literally don't have to try at all. And we then had to go through another arena, but it's pretty much the same as the other ones. It got pretty boring pretty fast. And once we finish up with that, we get to see Professor Fitzgerald's memories. In his memory, Isadora figures out a way to contain people's pain when she uses her ancient magic by using goblin silver. And of course, Professor Fitzgerald does not approve of this, because all of that ancient magic could get into the wrong hands. After that, we get introduced to the final professor, Professor Bakar. But finishing that up gives me the trophy, the Hallowed Hero. Moving on, I managed to get a few other trophies. The first trophy, I followed these butterflies all the way until I found a chest, and this gave me the trophy, Follow the Butterflies. And after that, I went ahead and crafted every single potion I can possibly craft, as I just had a bunch of materials left over, and this gives me the trophy going through the potions. And finally, I made my way along the coast to meet up with Sebastian, and once I reached the coast, that actually gave me the trophy Coasting Along. We meet up with Sebastian and make our way inside of a cave to hopefully find the last remaining painting. There's no way that killed me. Are you fucking serious? What? As I did get the second one earlier, but nothing really interesting happened, so I just skipped it. We make our way inside of another hideout in which we find the final painting. I then go ahead and place the final painting. A pensive then appears where we can see the memories of Isadora, where we can see her talking to Bragbor, as Isadora wants to keep this magic safe until she can convince the other keepers of the good that this type of magic can do. So she has Bragbor create repositories for her to keep the magic safe. Moving on, we got a owl letter from Lodgok, as he says he found one of Ranrock's drills, so we quickly make our way over there to help him out. And once we make our way deeper inside, we see Ranrock and his loyalists doing their final preparations on another drill. So we go ahead and take out the loyalists, but when I use the Mandrake, I got the trophy, The Root of the Problem, after stunning 10 different enemies using a Mandrake. Once we dealt with all of the goblins, we go ahead and take out the pillars, which will destroy the drill. But then the 3'4" goblin appears, as he managed to find Lodgok, where we figure out that they both are brothers.
Come to make amends, little brother.
Lodgok had Borak's book, as it has the location to the final repository, but before he could give it to us, Ranrock took it from him.
I was bringing it to you.
You are a traitor to our kind!
Not my short king! All he wanted to do was make drinks, or something, I can't really remember. But we had to leave his body there because the place started to collapse and we have to get the hell out of there. It was now time for the final trial chamber. But before we can make our way inside of there, we need to tame a graph horn, because why not? Let's make the game longer. And I was more than prepared to fight this thing. Like, this fight was pretty easy. But once we managed to tame it, we quickly make our way back towards the trial chamber while having a little bit of fun. Time to charge into battle! Fuck you, bitch! Whee! Over my way, bitch! Trying to bust through. Oh, no, we got snap on it. Oh. Once we get towards the trial chamber, we use the griffin horn to grant us access to get inside. But once we see Bakar's memories, we then get the trophy, the one who mastered memories, after viewing all of the pensive memories. When we look at Professor Bakar's memories, we see Isadora's father, as we see him basically become a living corpse. As we come to find out, once you use ancient magic to take away someone's pain, it literally takes away all of their emotions. So all of the keepers come towards the final repository that's actually under Hogwarts. Isadora goes crazy, and this leads a fight between Isadora and the keepers, and Isadora dies. We go ahead and speak to the keepers, as we need to get to that last repository before Ranrock does. And the keepers tells us that we need to make a special type of wand in order to gain access inside of the repository. And finishing this up gives me the trophy grappling with a grap horn. So we make our way towards Ollivander as he helps us create this wand, using all of the artifacts that we collected from the pensives. Though once we make our way outside, we see Victor Rookwood. And honestly, I don't know why he's here. He's been irrelevant for the whole entire story. He didn't transport us to his camp, but honestly, it's just another arena. Just fucking... Anyways, we go ahead and kill him, and honestly, this is probably the most attention he has gotten in the story. Now that we have the wand, we quickly make our way towards the repository, but Ranrock managed to drill his way inside. But luckily enough, Professor Fig told all of the other professors at Hogwarts what was going on, as they all come in and help us fight off the goblins. And we eventually make our way towards the door that is being guarded by two pensive statues, as we have to use the wand to gain access. And after that, we finally made it to the main source of ancient magic. But Ranrock managed to make it as well. How the hell did he get inside without the wand? I don't know, I guess the doors take way too fucking long to close. Ranrock then blows up the container, keeping all of the ancient magic, as he becomes a freaking dragon. You know what, we're casting spells in this fucking Harry Potter. I'm not gonna question it. But worst of all, he slimed out Professor Fig! No! My day one! He was there with me from the very beginning. He knew the potential I have with the ancient magic. But he's gone. Let's go ahead and take out Ranrock once and for all. Ranrock has 3 different phases that are all pretty much the same, though he can become invincible, and in order to make him vulnerable, I'll have to cast the right spell in order to destroy the shields he spawns in. And Ranrock has multiple different types of attacks. He has 2 projectiles, he has a type of sweep attack, he has an attack that puts spikes on the ground, and he can also become a freaking nuke. And once I got him to his 3rd phase, I was completely out of potions. And honestly, I was getting cooked once I ran out of potions. What? I was in an animation! No fucking way! I was literally in an animation! But after just taking a second to look around the map, I actually managed to find more health potions. Oh, this fight would be so much easier. Where the fuck did that come from? Oh, fuck yeah, I'm looking for more of these. Why did that just appear out of nowhere? Oh my god, they have potions all around here. Are you shitting me? Oh, I got this now. What is gonna be like work? And after that, it was pretty much wraps. Come on, I'm locked in now. Stop hiding them behind fucking booty crack. Come on. It's dropping a nuke. Is that gonna hit me? Did I miss that? I suck. Did that hit me? Oh, I just wasted the potion. Oh, lock in, lock in, lock in. I got this. Motherfucker low on HP. Gotta lock in. You almost dead? Let's go. Yes, sir. And I eventually managed to defeat Ranrock, giving me the trophy, the hero of Hogwarts. Though the place started to collapse, and we tried to hold it together, but then... Oh my god, Professor Fig! How the hell are you alive? No, he's fucking dying again, god damn it, you old fuck! And so, Professor Fig is now dead. For real this time. Old age got to him. After that, the school held a ceremony for Professor Fig, as we all raised a cup to Professor Fig. But we are now done with the main story, so let's go ahead and get the rest of the trophies. So while I was finishing up some side quests, I basically had to bully this cow by using Flipendo 10 times.
Help me!
In order to get the trophy Spilled Milk. I then went ahead and knocked off an easy trophy where I basically had to discover all fast travel locations, as there are a total of 83 Flu Flames. And once I discovered the last one, I got the trophy Flew Around the World. I then went ahead and started doing all of the Merlin trials, which was a grind, but luckily it wasn't too bad as the puzzles did have some variations to it, so it wasn't completely unbearable. But I went ahead and did the last one, which was a simple parkour section. Alright, here we are at the final Merlin trial. Let's go ahead and figure out what puzzle it is this time. Oh, it's a platformer. Perfect. A quick, simple platforming. And that gave me the trophy Merlin's Beard. And while I was doing the Merlin trials, I also managed to take out 50 enemies using Petrificus Totalis. I think I said that right. And that will give me the trophy The End Petrifies the Means. Now I decided I might as well get it out of the way, as like I said earlier, I have to make it towards the map chamber room with the 3 other houses. And this took roughly around 2 to 3 hours for each house, and it does get to the point where replaying the same sections over and over again. It does get a bit tedious. But what I did find out that was pretty cool was that for each house, the Jackdaw mission is very different, though I was barely paying attention to any of them, so don't ask me what's the actual difference. But once I managed to make it to the map chamber with all 3 houses, I got the trophies, the Gryffindor in the Graveyard, the Toast of the Town, the Auror's Apprentice. Earlier on, I had to do a side quest where a Slytherin student was challenging me to do these broom racing time trials. And there are a total of 3 quests I have to do, and once I completed all of them, I got the trophy Flight the Good Flight. I then had to do a quest where I had to customize my room a bit more, as Professor Weasley teaches me my final spell I need in order to get the trophy, the Spell Master. I then went ahead and upgraded a piece of gear 3 times, and this gives me the trophy 3rd times the charm. I also quickly did a side quest where we rescue a phoenix, kind of fitting since I am a Ravenclaw. Basically, we had to stop some poachers from trying to capture the phoenix, and once I finish that up, we get the trophy Rising from the Ashes. I also managed to breed every single type of breedable beast, where I had to set up a breeding pen and wait 30 minutes for each beast to breed with each other, and that gave me the trophy The Nature of the Beast. I then went ahead and spent some time grabbing a bunch of moon statues, as I now had the max level for the lock-picking spell, which means I can get the very last moon statue, and this gives me the trophy, oh Jesus Christ, I actually have to say the word, Demiguise Dread. I then ended up at the very tippy top of Hogwarts, and this gives me the trophy Room with a View. I, to be honest, got lucky with this one, but I managed to use ancient magic on every single type of enemy, and that gave me the trophy Finishing Touches. Now it was time to do all 3 of our friends' side quests. Now a quick summary for these missions, as I can't be bothered to go into full detail. For Poppy's questline, we basically had to stop these poachers from trying to capture these snidgets. And finishing that up gives me the trophy Beast Friends. For Natty's side quest, we basically had to stop a crime syndicate, and once I finished that up, I got the trophy The Avenging Gazelle, and that's because she can turn into a deer. And for Sebastian's side quest, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what I was doing here. All I know is that I was able to unlock dark magic, and we also slimed out his uncle. Dang, he just killed him. Crazy. He slimed him out. What the hell wrong with him? Sebastian, hey, you just murdered a dude. That's crazy. I wouldn't do that.
Flashback.
Come on, bitch. Oh my god, I just killed somebody. But finishing up that side quest gives me the trophy A Sallow Grave. And while doing their side quest, I also got the trophy The Intrepid Explorer after discovering all dungeons. Now I went ahead and finished up the very last side quest I needed in order to get the trophy The Good Samaritan. And after a long time of collecting collectibles, I managed to find the last collectible in order to get the trophy Collector's Edition. And now it was time to do the 2 battle arenas, as last time I tried to do this, things didn't go so well. Get away from me! I don't want to do this anymore. Holy shit! Why? He just locked onto me! Yeah, I'm not making it home today. I'm not making it home. This is it. He blocked it again! Yeah, no, I'm done. But now coming back at a way higher level, this might have been a little bit too easy. Okay, this might be way easier now. Hell, I barely even lost any potions. But once I finish that up, that gives me the trophy Rise to the Challenges. But now, let's go ahead and get the very last trophy before we get the Platinum, as we go ahead and attend the House Cup.
One particular student's heroism during the attack on Hogwarts, not to mention the level to which they have excelled in their coursework, as a new student, no less. Well, it would seem that it certainly merits, I'd say, 100 points to their house.
I suppose we have our winner.
Yes, sir. I don't know any of these people. And after that, we get the trophy, the Seeker of Knowledge. But now, it was time to get the Platinum. That didn't give me no XP. Wow, that didn't give me no XP. I was hoping to get level 40. What? So I went ahead and just finished up the last challenge I had by defeating some trolls. And finishing that up gets me to level 40, which gives me the trophy, a Forte for achievement. Then I went ahead and spent all of the available talent points, and that gives me the trophy, the Savvy Spender. And now it was time to get the Platinum Trophy, Trophy Triumph. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe, as that will greatly help out the channel. And if you want to see more content like this, then the video should pop up on your screen right now.